Hello, friends. I just wanted to come to you today really quickly because I have something on my mind that I was thinking about posting, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a video instead this time because I think it's kind of fun to experience someone in a personal way. So my hope is that you would be able to experience me in a personal way to see how I feel, how I look, how I sound, and how I communicate, because my heart is to be connecting with you. And sometimes through the screen on social media platforms, it can be hard to really feel like you're connecting with people and that people are connecting with me. And so I just thought this would be a great way to kind of show up for you and share with you what's on my heart. So I have been marinating some things, which basically what's on my heart today is there are seasons of time that can be really difficult with our children. We all know this. If you're a parent, we've all experienced this, right? There are times where things might be going really well, and there are times where, I love you, but I don't necessarily like you, right? And we've all had those experiences with each one of our children, no matter how many or how small we have. And so I know for me as a parent, it's pretty normal. And I've heard this from clients of mine as well as friends of mine and people I'm in community with, that it's pretty common to have, some of your kids, things are going well, and then some of the time something's not going well with a certain child. And then when you get that thing figured out with that one child, then the problem rotates to a different child. And so you're kind of always in this juggling act of managing the problems that are coming at you from the different angles, from the different kids. And so I wanted to just kind of reassure you that that's actually normal. Obviously, we're human beings and we're changing always. We are always growing. And our kids in particular, their brains and their emotions and their hearts and their ways of connecting with the world and what they're learning, they're growing so much at rapid paces. And so just be patient with that process and know that that's really quite normal. And then the second thing I wanted to bring up today was when you are in a season where you're finding it really difficult with one of your kids, I wanted to remind you that behavior comes from whatever is going on in the heart. So every single behavior problem, every single outward word, action, anything that is happening is a direct reflection of what is going on inside of your child's heart. So that can be a little bit daunting to sit with and to think about, and it can be a little bit almost like present the question of, okay, well, what do I do with that? And I'll get to that in just a second, but I really want to sit here for just a moment. So really soak in this truth that no matter what your child is going through, and this is actually good or bad, whatever their character is coming up in your family life, whatever they are presenting to you, those are direct reflections of where they're at in their heart. And even if that's a scary thought, it actually can be an empowering tool because it shows you some things that are going on that are deeper inside of them. So it's a tool that you can use as a parent to help navigate what is needed. How do we move? It's a starting point to move from, if that makes sense. And so I just encourage you to sit with that and ask yourself, if let's say, for example, your son or daughter is lying and they're doing, well in other areas of their life, but they have this really bad habit of lying. How do you correct that? How do you fix that? Normally, people would be going right into the mode of correcting it and having consequences and, teaching about lying and how it's bad for you. And those things are good and have a place. But the question is, well, why? Why is that child lying? What is it inside of them, in their heart, What are the things that are going on that they haven't expressed verbally to you that they would want to lie in the first place? That they would want to cover something up? Are they protecting themselves? Are they protecting their shame? Are they trying to figure something out on their own and they don't feel like they can tell you what's going on, so they cover it up? So there's a deeper root that's going on, and that's the point I'm trying to make. And so I want to empower you. This message is to empower you that if the behavior is not exactly what you would like to see coming out of your children, pause for a moment. Don't run right to a disciplinary action. There's a place for that, for sure. But ask yourself the question, what is going on inside of the heart of my child? And if you have even a decent relationship with your child, and this doesn't matter what age they are, you should ask them. Take a minute and ask them. Sit down with them and say, hey, I'm noticing that you're struggling with telling the truth. I care about you, I love you, and I'm here for you. And probably by this point, we already know we don't really need to be lying. Like, that's not a way we want to be showing up in the world with ourselves and our family. And so what's going on? What's really going on in your heart? What is happening that would make you think you need to lie about something? And then just stop and pause for a minute and see what they say. Give them an opportunity to answer the question. And one that does so many things. It promotes connection, it promotes trust, it promotes vulnerability. And it's going to be really crucial that you as the parent actually listen. That's a huge step in building trust with your kids, is to just listen, even if they're wrong, even if what they say is completely wrong. Be quiet and just listen and validate their feeling, okay? Because we can teach our kids to trust their feelings and then also know when their feelings are out of line. That's a different subject for a different day. And I do know how to help people with that. But for today, the focus is on just connecting with their heart, remembering that behavior comes from the heart. So if you're struggling with one of your son or your daughters and you're just frustrated because you don't know what to do, that's a good place to start. So I'd love your feedback. Tell me your stories and tell me things that are going on in your life if you'd like to share. I know it's kind of vulnerable to put it out there online sometimes, but I just enjoy so much when I get to connect with people and hear about the successes that you're having in your home. Okay, blessings on your day. Bye.